Like a lot of athletes that are trying to build muscle and do bodybuilding, I have taken creatine products in the past to get a pump, to help with muscle recovery and so forth. One of the side effects that I really struggled with was bloating and water retention, especially around the middle, which is the area that I tend to hold my water, unfortunately. What kinds of products do you have in the GenX line to address the need for cell volumization, but maybe addressing some of those concerns as well? Is there any products that you have that can help with that?
You know, Tammi, that's a good question, because a lot of women have asked that same question, and men also. You know, men that want to get a pump, get bigger in their chest, but also maintain their six-pack. The difference would be let's go back to what a cell volumizer is. You have two components. You have creatine and you have nitric oxide, which is an arginine. One works with water, which is your creatines, and there's a lot of creatines out there, so don't get confused, but they're basically all going to do the same thing. There's creatine esters, there are creatine monohydrates, and a lot of people will say, well, one's creatine's better than the other one. Creatine is creatine. It works with water. Nitric oxide is nitric oxide. It works with blood. So the two combinations work hand in hand. Whenever you get a cell pump, especially with creatine retains water. It puts the water all into the muscle. It carries ATP, which is oxygen, and it also carries nutrients, and amino acids. So that's a good thing. But like you said, if you take too much of it, you're going to retain water in your fat tissues. So creatine, whatever the muscle can't use, and women have smaller muscles than men, but whatever the creatine you can't use or your muscles can't absorb will go back and fall into your fat cells. So you can retain volumizer in your muscle, and you can retain volumizer around on your hips and thighs, and that's not what you want to do, because you work too damn hard to get to that point. Well, there's two products that will help you, and what I would suggest, and one of them is the VasABOL. VasABOL is a combination of creatines, but it's a smaller dosage. It's a dosage that will not get you bloated. It also retains the ATP, which is going to give you a little more oxygen. So you're going to get more oxygen, more blood, more ATP in your body, and there's not enough in there that is going to overflow and get into your fat tissues. The second product would be your ShresABOL. The ShresABOL is more of defining the muscle. Once the water retains into the muscle, and the object is to get all 100% of that water into the muscle, but that doesn't always happen. You might have a little bit of water on the outside muscle, which kind of makes you look bloated, makes you look flat. I mean, you look big, but you don't see any of the definition that you work so hard to get. Where if you take the ShresABOL will get rid of all the excess water that's around the muscle, and it gets rid of all of the byproduct or the bywater that's going to make you look fat. So the two of the combination, I think, will work very well for you.
Okay, I've been schooled, and so have you. Now, if you don't want to look fluffy and you still want to look shredded and get that pump, you've got to try the VasABOL and the ShresABOL together. They'll give you the look you need. You can still get that benefit in the gym and not look like the Michelin man around the middle like I was. So check them out, people. I know I am going to be.